Hello children, we'll continue the chapter Respiratory System, and today we'll be talking about the mechanism of breathing in and breathing out, that is inhalation and exhalation. First of all, we'll be talking about inhalation that you can experience or you can observe by your own action. You breathe in and you notice what all changes happens in your body. So first of all, as we breathe in, what all thing happens? There is a movement of rib cage. Rib cage moves upward and outward. Diaphragm moves down. So this is a diaphragm. Diaphragm is moving down. Lungs expand. Then volume of chest cavity is increased and pressure gets reduced. So as we can see that the lungs are expanding, ribs are moving outward and upward, diaphragm is moving down, so the volume or the space which is present inside the rib cage, that is increasing. And as the volume increases, there is a low pressure which is exerted here. So what happens? Air from the outside move inside the body. So this is the mechanism of inhalation. So first we'll be seeing the action of rib cage, then action of diaphragm, then lungs, then the volume of chest cavity that increases and the air rushes into the lungs. Now we'll be talking about breathing out or exhalation that you can also notice. When you breathe out or throw out the air from your body, what all changes you can see? Rib cage move inward and downward. Diaphragm returns to its original shape. Lungs contract. Volume of the chest cavity gets reduced and pressure increases. So as everything is coming to its original position, what will happen to the volume of the lungs? That will get reduced. Means the space will become less, so the pressure will also will get increased, and because of which what will happen? Outside the body pressure is less, inside the body pressure is more. So the air moves from the body outside the body. So this is how breathing out or exhalation process works. So we studied about exhalation and inhalation, breathing in and breathing out. This you can experience. You sit and you silently notice the changes which are happening inside your body. Now we'll be talking about exchange of gases. Internal respiration. It is also known as internal respiration. Exchange of gases, the major exchange that takes place in the alveoli. As I said you, at the end of the bronchioles are present alveoli, which are the air sacs. You can see the bronchiole is there, this is bronchus. Then they branch to form bronchiole, and at the end of the bronchiole are small balloon like structure, and these are named as alveoli. And these alveoli, these are entangled with blood vessels. Okay, now if we will take one alveoli, we are taking an example of a particular alveoli and one entangled blood vessel. So you can see blood vessel brings deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Deoxygenated blood means what? That is the blood which contains carbon dioxide. So the oxygen which is the blood which is entering the lungs, that contains deoxygenated blood, and the blood enters the lungs to get purified, means that exchange takes place inside the lungs. So when it is entering inside the lungs, you can see the blood cells, they contain carbon dioxide. More and more amount of carbon dioxide is present here. So what will happen? That the carbon dioxide will enter inside the alveoli. As inside the alveoli, carbon dioxide is less, and inside the blood vessels which are entering, carbon dioxide content is more. Okay, so here what is happening? Carbon dioxide entering the alveoli, and inside the alveoli oxygen content is more, and in here in the blood vessel oxygen content is less. So always remember, the molecules, they move from higher concentrated area to lower concentrated area. So here as we saw that carbon dioxide concentration was high, so that is why the carbon dioxide, they moved from the blood vessels to the alveoli. But here inside the alveoli oxygen content is more, and inside the blood vessels oxygen content is less. So from the alveoli blood vessels carbon dioxide oxygen is entering from the alveoli to the blood cells. So this is how the exchange takes place. Always remember that the molecules of the gases, they move from higher concentrated area to its lower concentrated area. So likewise what happens, carbon dioxide, as the alveoli, they collect the carbon dioxide and they throw carbon dioxide through the nose. And as it contains oxygen, that oxygen is given back to the blood vessels. Okay, so this is how the exchange takes place between alveoli of the lungs and blood capillaries surrounding it. Now we'll be talking about cellular respiration. What is the meaning of cellular respiration? As I said you, cellular means cell. So the respiration that takes place in the cell, that is named as cellular respiration. In the blood vessels, blood runs and the blood contain RBC, that is red blood cells. Red blood cells contain hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a red pigment that gives red coloration to the blood. And also hemoglobin has the affinity to combine with oxygen and carbon dioxide. Hemoglobin can combine with oxygen and carbon dioxide. That is why hemoglobin transports respiratory gases from one part of our body to another. Now what happens when hemoglobin combines with oxygen? That forms oxyhemoglobin. After forming oxyhemoglobin, this oxygen is carried to different parts of the body. Okay, now in the cells already carbon dioxide is present due to the process of respiration. Now what this blood will do, will give oxygen to the cells and will take carbon dioxide, and again it will carry it to the lungs. So in the cells exchange of gases takes place, that is oxygen is given to the cells and carbon dioxide is taken up by the capillaries, and then this blood is taken to the lungs, and in the lungs again the exchange takes place. Once again I am just repeating it. Red blood cells contain hemoglobin. Hemoglobin when combines with oxygen gives oxyhemoglobin. Now oxygen thus carried to different parts of our body. Inside the cells, the body, they contain cells, and the cells already respiration has taken place. So carbon dioxide is already present. So from there carbon dioxide moves to the blood capillaries and oxygen is given to the cells. Okay, and then the capillaries, they carry the blood to various parts. So in the next video we'll be talking about the different disorders of respiratory system.